Yeah, buddy. Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Good evening.
Oh.
Good evening. Good evening.
We're getting Nate in here.
Nate, yeah, kid.
What up?
He made it. He made it.
What up, fellas?
That's
Me and Nate
dedication.
were
Man.
like calling
What's going on?
audible. We were like, I don't know. It's gonna be a game time decision. I'm not sure.
Just got the kids to bed.
Yeah.
Got an hour, then go time to put the wife to bed.
I find that bedtime routine is getting a little easier now that it's getting darker earlier. The kids are fighting it less and less, which is nice. I don't know if you guys are having the same.
Yep.
What's that?
Oh, just less fighting at bedtime because it's getting dark earlier.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's not the case at my house. So congratulations.
No.
I hope it stays on that track for you.
You got the kids that are like playing out under the street light, like shooting hoops at night in the neighborhood yard or something.
Dude, they were outside shooting like automatic Orbeez guns. They're like,
Oh no.
I was like, guys, you gotta go. Come on, it's bedtime.
That's
We gotta
awesome.
go. We gotta go.
Well, happy Tuesday, fellas. What is this?
Happy
Episode
Tuesday.
132, I think. All right, 132, 131, something like that. We're up there. Still going. So let's get the show started, y'all.
Yeah.
How about we grab a glass and keep off the grass.
Is it a little high noon?
Who's got the high noon?
That's what it looked like.
Nice.
Got an Oberon.
Oh, Oberon? Okay.
Gotcha.
Got some water tonight. Got a busy day tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Got my lemonade.
Yeah.
One out of that.
Got some tequila right now.
Well, I see a couple new faces on the show tonight, you guys. We almost got a full house. Big League Lawns. We got Nathaniel and Andy joining us. Welcome, fellas.
Some big stripes up there.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Good to be here.
Whose house is that behind you guys again?
Just one of many result photos that we've gotten over the years.
That's
Honestly,
awesome.
couldn't tell you
Sweet.
exactly.
So tell us a little bit about Big League and how you can get some stripes like that.
Yeah, Nathan. Well, first off, Nathan, who are you and what do you do? And then we'll go to Andy.
Yeah, so I'm Nathaniel. I am the director of marketing here at Big League Lawns. I also dabble in product development, and that's my day-to-day job is the marketing side of things.
All right.
What about you, Andy?
I'm Andy. I'm the director of sales for Big League Lawns. So my main focus is customer satisfaction. Like I was just telling these guys, I focus on trying to make sure that we're getting positive reviews from all of our customers, whether it's the sale of the product, the service you get in the meantime, even if you need a return, anything like that, start to finish, we want to make sure our customer experience is top notch. So I'm in charge of that and just driving the sales.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
That's pretty great. So take us back to the beginning. Where are you located? How did the company get started? How long you been around? All that stuff. Like walk us through it because I'm interested to hear about how long you guys have been at this as a company, and
we
where
got
did it
what?
start?
We got an hour. We might need a little bit longer than that for that story.
Go for it.
But yeah, if we want to start, towards the beginning, he's not here, the owner of the company, Bob. He actually, this is one of the the classic American dream stories. Started this out of his garage about 20 years ago. He was a principal, high school principal for, I want to say 15, 20 years prior. And in the summer times, teachers, principals, they need a way to supplement the income. So he had a lawn care business. Additionally, he had a background from college in industrial arts. So he kind of had messed around. He knew the basics of how, they would get the results on the athletic fields, commercial ballparks, things like that. He knew the basic principle. So, nights with neighbors in the garage over beers, he would start kind of making prototypes of this. And he started with the PVC tubes filled with cement, tossing around different ideas like that. And, one thing led to another, and he found this design. This one kind of stuck. And so he would, like I said, he put these on his own machines when he had his lawn care business. And at a certain point, he just decided, he was ready to take the leap, and he retired from being a principal and took this on full time, and moved into his first facility. And shortly after that, I actually was fortunate enough to become his first employee. And it was, at the time, it was just a part-time high school gig. I was working there after school, just putting in a few hours at night, building these things for him. We would ship out maybe 10 to 20 a day at that time. And so I did that for a couple of years. And then I think it was year 2 I was there, we brought Nathaniel on. And Nathaniel started, it was him and I late nights, just building these things, having a good time, cranking up the music in the shop and doing that. And then, so it's been what, nine years now total that I've been here. But in the last 5 years, the company has really taken off. We've moved 3 times to upgraded larger facilities, in the last, I said 5 years, 3 times. And we have moved from selling, 10 to 20 of these things a day to, in our busy season, we're pushing 150 to 300 a day,
Wow.
give or take. But yeah, it's really, really blown up. It's become less of a niche product, more of a mainstream product. And it's just, it's a lot of fun. It's been a really great ride. And it's a fun story to tell, because it's all I've known since I've graduated high school. And like I said, Nate's been there almost as long as I have, and got, the same kind of experience. But I don't know, Nate, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, no, I mean, you hit it on the head. I started, shortly after Andy, and we've been there since the boom, kind of, so to speak. And we've been growing a lot since, and it's been a really exciting ride. Something that, it's hard to even imagine when you first start working for somebody. You're just building kits, and then, just 5, 6, 7 years down the road, and here we are. So it's really it's a great company, and it's very exciting times.
What do you guys think it was that kind of contributed to that shift that you said about five or so years ago, things started to really kind of take off? Was it online sales? Was it Amazon? What kind of helped you guys make that turn? Just out of curiosity.
Nate, you want to start from the marketing standpoint on that?
Yeah. So, we started really pushing the marketing side. I think the biggest thing was kind of getting involved with YouTube specifically. YouTube, Instagram, you kind of guys, and just getting influencers to start not pushing our product, but just to use it. And that kind of happened organically as well. But once it started happening organically, then we're like, okay, we're onto something here. So then we started moving in that direction.
That's awesome.
And another cool thing, it's kind of, the product works word of mouth really well. When you get one of these into a subdivision, a neighborhood somewhere, they stripe the grass out. It looks really nice. And then you got the neighbors, 3 or 4 of them come over like, hey, what are you doing? How did you get that? And before we know it, we have 50 to 60 units going to the same neighborhood or a same town, and it happens all over the place. So it's just kind of it's a domino effect, really.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys have dealt with it with your own lawns, like people stopping by. How'd you get that look in your yard? We've heard plenty of times where guys will start their yard and then somebody will drive by while they're mowing, and pull over and say, what is that? How are you getting these stripes? And then it sells itself at that point.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Did that
being
they
huge.
have a lift handle on it? That first picture he pulled up looked like it had a lift handle.
Yeah, it does. So that's our Husqvarna specific striper. So that big U-shaped plate at the back, that's a quick release plate. So that bolts in perfectly to a Husqvarna PZT zero turn. And then that lift handle was, Husqvarna specific.
We had a mini collaboration with Husqvarna on that, where they asked us to design some custom pieces for them, being that U-shaped plate. And then for their other ones, we had different custom plates designed. And the lift handle was just something that they requested and we added it on. So we have those on. If people request them, it's an add-on. You can get it.
The only disadvantage, it's very small, but the only disadvantage is like trying to back over a lip of a trailer or into a shop that doesn't have a smooth transition. You need to drive forward, but that right there would be pretty cool. You could bend down like a walk behind, not a zero turn, but you could just pick it up enough to get over the bump and then back in. That's why it caught my eye. For like a stand.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the product supposed to do? Playing dumb here. What's the product supposed to do? And how do you guys come up with it?
Yeah, so it works just like carpet. When you vacuum one way, you go the opposite, and you get these light and dark effects. It's the exact same concept. You're bending blades of grass away from you, and that stripe, with the blades of grass being reflecting the sun, and then vice versa, it's casting a shadow. So light and dark. So it's just a visual effect. The sun is a big variable, but yeah, that's really all it is. So the roller is simply pushing the grass over in one direction and then compressing it down with the weight of the roller. So that's where it stands apart from, say, a flap or a brush, because those are just pushing the grass in one direction. It's not actually compressing it. So ours is designed to simulate what your mower's tires are going to do to the grass. With the weight of the mower, it's compressing it down. So not only do your stripes pop more, but they last a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
So
and they're eliminating those. I'm sorry to cut you off. That they're eliminating those tire marks. That's the main goal. Is we want to make it one solid, even stripe. So the weight of that striping kit being as heavy as it is, especially on something like a zero turn, you're not going to see the tire marks anymore. Like you can see in that photo right there. That's one clean line, and you've eliminated those heavy tire marks.
So do you size it based on the size of the deck?
Tire to tire.
Depending,
tire.
it actually, yes, tire to tire on zero turn specifically, because the wheelbase is so wide. However, on something like a lawn and garden tractor where the wheelbase is a little bit smaller, say you have let's go with a 54-inch deck on that. That deck is going to be a lot wider than your wheelbase. So the striping kit is going to go outside the tires on, say, a lawn and garden tractor or a commercial walk behind mower, because at that point, so you can see that striping kit, that one is almost outside the tires. It's going to be, basically edge to edge. But that deck size isn't much farther past the tires. So it's mower specific. But the only one we go midpoint to midpoint on the tires is on the zero turns because of those wide wheelbases.
Okay.
And on this picture right here, that stripe that the mower is currently on, you can kind of see it sort of washed out towards the back of the photo. So that's where this guy has overlapped his stripes a little bit, because his striper might be a little bit oversized. But if you look at the stripe to the left, he didn't overlap at all. So you can see how it's much crisper.
Yeah.
So that's where
It
the
almost
sizing
looks
comes
like
into
it's
play.
offset to the right-hand side unless the picture is distorted.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like it's almost turned a little bit. Like,
it looks kind of distorted.
pivot or?
It's not supposed to
Hard to
pivot.
see.
That one is
It's a nice yard,
definitely
though.
not
Like on a hill.
supposed to.
That front deck is awesome.
Yeah.
Covered porch.
Mhm.
Boom.
Oh,
That's dark.
Some dark shit right
there you go.
That is
Low cut.
excellent.
Yeah, there you go again with just how clean it looks when you don't see those tire marks and it's just one light and dark stripe. It's just so much nicer.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah.
In regards to like sales, what percentage of your kits are like for push mowers, like a 21-inch or something like that, versus your riding mowers with a bigger 42-inch deck or something like that?
Yeah.
So
Good
we're I would honestly say we're about half and half, maybe a little bit more on the side of the larger mowers, because in that larger category, I'm taking anything from say like a wide area walk behind mower, like a 33-inch. That one's going to be a little larger roller, but our 22-inch mower market, that is a large amount, because we have so many residential homeowners, like I said, in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Right there, the Egos, that was a huge seller in the last couple of years with the huge battery push, everybody trying to move into that market. That was a massive seller for us. But yeah, we're about 50-50 because we do have a lot of commercial guys and just people with larger yards that either have tractors or just homeowners zero turns. But yeah, it's a pretty even spread.
Yeah, that's a good question. I was wondering the same thing. So glad you asked that, Nate.
Yeah. See, that striper right there is perfectly sized.
So that's like mid tire to mid tire.
Center
Exactly.
to center.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, center to
Okay.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think center to center is better too, because whenever you go to turn, it's not quite as wide, and you once you get around telephone poles or up against maybe like a curb or something or a bed edge, you got to think when you turn, that thing has got a little bit of tail swing. So if it's center to center, it's a little less to worry about.
So
is that
when
how
you
yours
mow,
sits?
if you're using
Center
every
to
inch of
center.
your deck and you're mowing, like, do you mow deck to deck still?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a hard time like picturing it.
Visualizing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for on this like Cub Cadet,
Just
what
close
we would
your eyes
recommend when it comes to mowing would be to line up the tire lines next to each other.
Yeah.
So you're just overlapping that little bit of deck.
Mhm.
If you really want to get confused, you think about a 72-inch mower that has a ton of deck overhang, and then you're still
used to
center to
that.
center, because that's really where your stripes come from, is from tire to tire.
That one, Olee, you actually hit the exception on that one. If we do a 70-inch deck, we actually we're going to recommend our 60-inch roller. So that one is going to go. I mean, unless you have a 60-inch wheelbase, which is very few mowers have that, but it will extend past the tires just a little bit because we do have to compensate for how much deck does overhang on those 72-inch. So that one is an exception to that rule.
Right.
Well, if you have a lot of
bring down your cutting width.
if you have a lot of
just sticking
deck
out a little bit
overhang,
right there on the edge.
don't these these mowers have pretty good suction from their decks? If there's a lot of overhang there and you're going tire to tire, would that suction mess up the crispiness of that edge? Like, would you have some bad edging with that suction?
No, because that portion of the grass will get striped on the next pass. So if you're doing it edge to or tire to tire, you should be good to go if you're moving in the same direction throughout the entire mow. We've never really heard anything about that.
Tire to tire is the
Olee
best
would know
way.
because I don't have a ride on. I'm not a zero turn. I'm not at that.
Tire to tire is the best way to do it, and just that way you have the deck overhang to catch whatever stragglers.
Yeah, that's true. You don't get the
Yeah,
little
like
wheel hawks popping up. Yeah.
So you do like edge of tire to edge of tire.
Yep, tire to tire, and that way you get a really crisp stripe too, because you got the weight of the tire laying it each way, and then in between you got the roller.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I'll have to take a look at my deck in the morning and see if that would work.
And Nate, that's what you use for your Time Master, right? You have the 30-inch Checkmate, don't you? Or do you have both, right? You have the Lawn Stripper too, don't you?
You muted.
Yes, I do have both. And then I primarily run the Big League on my Time Master and recently now on the John Deere Zero Turn. So,
What are your
Have you
what
mowed
kind of
with the John Deere?
what's that?
Have you striped with the John Deere yet?
Well, yeah, I didn't buy it and freaking just
All
let
I
it.
hear you talk about is work until dark. So I didn't know if you got to actually mow yet.
I mow,
That's
but
true.
not as much as I want to. But yeah, no, I got it on. I ordered it and got it on, and been mowing, getting used to it. I mean, it's
I know
definitely
your
different.
stripes getting any straighter. Are you getting better at the mower?
It's different. I will say, in my personal opinion, like I think like my stripes with the Time Master are actually like crisper than with the John Deere.
Huh.
But like I said, I'm still getting used to everything and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, both of them work exceptionally. I know.
The Time Master has a flap in between the tires. It's probably helping you get a little more of a stripe.
Well, also, I don't know if it has to do with my like blades and whatnot either, because like on the Time Master, I tend to mulch, and then or discharge. But then on the John Deere, all I can do is discharge. But it doesn't seem to. I'm going to look at like next spring, maybe some high lift blades and see if that'll help.
Oh yeah.
Pull them up a little bit, pull the blades up, and then lay them down. That might help.
Have you noticed a difference if you bag it versus mulching as far as the suction and how clean the stripes look? Have you
Definitely
a difference? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can. And it's like, and discharge is about the same. Side discharge is about the same as bagging. But yeah, bagging or discharging versus mulching, there's a difference in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's better when you're bagging or better when you're side discharging versus mulching.
What was that chart there, Zach, that we were looking at?
Yeah, I should have pulled this up when I was asking about it, because this kind of
explains the wheelbase issue.
Okay. Basically telling you what size you should get based on your deck size or your wheelbase.
So how are you guys doing R&D for all these different mowers? Are you kind of getting the specs from the manufacturer and then manufacturing the kit from there? Are you working with them? Somebody from their engineering team, or are you actually going out and taking a look at these mowers, manufacturing a kit, putting it on the mower and seeing how it operates? I mean, what's your kind of R&D protocol, if you will, or your flow?
Yeah, so pretty much exactly what you said. We go out and we kind of find each mower. So we either do that at an expo like GIE or the Equip Expo.
So he's walking around like measuring tire bases and stuff while you're there.
Literally.
Oh yeah. We get some looks sometime. Like,
yeah,
what are
we're
you
grabbing
doing?
photos of every single mower and its area where we would like to mount, seeing which ones are feasible, which ones aren't, and then once we do have all that information, we can go back and either find a way to do it with what we've got, or we just got a nice industrial 3D printer in the shop, so we've been able to kind of rapid prototype with that.
Oh, that's cool.
Gotcha. Have you guys? I know, like I've seen several videos and I know a lot of people talk about it, and I think it's become more of a people do it on their own. But like a quick connect or like a cotter pin. Have you guys? I see you smiling.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys thought about like making that as an option or
version 3.0?
I'm gonna let Andy answer this.
Oh man, I was gonna let you.
I don't know if
Hold on.
I don't know if I have the permission to answer this yet.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
trade
'Cause I was
secrets.
gonna say, on that note, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that because I've had a Checkmate on my Honda up until this spring. So for the last like 4 years, I think, or yeah, probably 3.5, 4 years. I've had one, and the biggest issue for me was just that's bolted on. You know, if there was a quick connect kit that you guys made that was
like
something
retro
like cotter pins
compatible.
that I didn't necessarily have to go out and like kind of like fab my own. I know a lot of guys have.
Right.
I'm just not that smart. So
Nathaniel,
for all the guys that have done that, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm not, and I don't have an engineering brain in that respect. So
we have clearance, Nathaniel, if you want to.
Oh, we do?
We have
Did you talk
clearance.
to Bob?
I just
Okay.
texted him. So
All right. Well, dang, I should have included a photo then. Who's got the Dropbox link? Could I give that?
Yeah, I
photo
got
to
it.
you?
I got it.
wait. Nate, you could just have him go to the homepage of the website too.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here, hold on.
Yeah. So this is a big announcement, guys. Brent, I think we're gonna answer your prayers with this one.
all right.
Ooh.
So
That is the one
It's on
thing I
the
do like.
homepage?
Yeah. So if you just go to bigleaguelawns.com, it'll have that big picture in the front. And there's 2 slides, but we're going to focus on one of the slides.
Here, hold on. I'll just pull it up. And
Yeah, because there's
tell me
certain
what
times
it
of the year, right, where you're like, okay, well, I don't
There it is.
want to.
Oh, it'll
wait for
rotate
it
back
to
through.
scroll.
Yep. It'll scroll back.
Ah,
Yep, right
There it
there.
is.
There it is, Brent.
Hey, look at that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Something like that.
That's what we see. Can you get a
Andy, can we dive into it?
Yeah, dive in, Nate. Go for it.
Okay, so Brent, you and everybody else has been asking for this exact thing, this product, this ability to pull it off without having to bolt it to your push mower. So this system, I wish we could get it to stop, but it's a clamp-based system. So
I'm trying to figure it out.
you'll see there's a black box that you can kind of
Yeah.
see, and it's around the handlebars. So that is a case, and that case is holding 2 clamps and 1 clamp on each side of the handlebar. And then the case comes around, they all bolt together. So once the case is bolted to the handlebars, that's quick release. And this will work with any striper that we have on the market for a 20 all the way up to a 30-inch mower as is. So it's retro compatible. So Brent, you could pull your striper off your mower, pull the pivot bolts out of it, and then use that as is, and it'll bolt right up to this quick release.
Cool.
And then you'll be able
Take my
to
money.
just pull those 2 linchpins, and then boom, it's off. You don't have to worry about it. The nice thing about it is that it is a one size fits all kind of thing. So when you get it, it will have, 12 clamps? So 3 different sets of clamps, and 1 clamp accommodates like a standard handlebar, which is like a Toro Cub Cadet handlebar.
Here we go. Oh, I thought I had it.
The next size up is,
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
So then the next size up covers medium handlebars like a Honda, which is slightly wider handlebars. And then this one that you're seeing accommodates an oblong oval handlebar like on the Egos, but it also has a dimple in it that will accommodate 30 millimeter handlebars, which are like the new Milwaukee M18s.
So if you already have a Checkmate like Brent, you can buy the clamps as a separate piece, and then you can use the one you already have. That's awesome. So folks that already have one can get the Quick Connect Suite. That's really cool.
Yeah.
No, is that
cool.
a product that's live on your site for purchase, or where would I buy that tomorrow when I am sitting
Not
at
tomorrow.
lunchtime?
Not tomorrow. It is. That's why we were making sure we could have clearance. It's. We're waiting on our supplier to get those in. So they've been manufactured. So we are just awaiting arrival at this point. And as soon as we have them, we will list them on the website. And I would hope that we will sell them like hotcakes, because everyone, just like you, Brent, that's the question we've had for the last 4 or 5 years now is when are we getting quick release for the push mowers?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a great idea, because, there's certain times of the year where you don't want to have your stripe kit on, right? Like there are
if you have a
times of the
big
year
ass
when
hill
you're
in your
mowing, when
backyard.
you're saying, I don't want to
Yeah.
have it on there. What, Nate?
I said, or if you have a big ass hill in your backyard.
Yeah, or that, which I don't have, but, first thing in the spring, right? Let everything breathe, let everything grow, give it a couple mows before you put the stripe kit on. And then obviously after you overseed, you got all your little seedlings, let them grow a little bit, get some maturity under the belt, and then, you know, put the striper kit back on there. So
if somebody was, was interested in checking you guys out and thinking about getting one, does your guys' website have information folks to kind of help them, like with like striping patterns, or maybe recommended height of cut for different types of grass, where you can get the best stripes? Do you guys have anything like that where folks can kind of learn and how to take advantage of the striper itself?
Yeah, that's actually on our website. We have, if you go just to the main section there, there's a shop lawn striping kits drop down. And in there, you'll find the instruction packets. There's a how it works. We even have a chart that talks about the mower overlap, how we were talking about lining your tires up. We have another map. If you, let's see. So Zach, if you scroll up, I'm gonna have you go hover over where it says shop lawn striping kits. Yep. And then go down, let's just go down to the how it works just to start. So that's gonna, that blurb right there just explains the light and the dark, bending the grass over, just basic principle of striping. And then it goes more in depth of, different features, things like that. And then right there, those videos, just as you were saying, Bill, is the patterns. So Zach, if you scroll down just a little bit more, there's your instructional videos on how to make different patterns. And then there's obviously
the waves.
Nate loves wave patterns.
Those are not wavy. That's like the zigzag.
Nate loves
they are kind of pointed.
Curvy stripes. Loves it. It's his favorite thing.
But yeah, so our website is chock full of information. You can dive deeper into that, but it's got anything you could, any question you could have regarding striping, it'll answer it for you. And if you can't find it there, call us, email us. Our staff is awesome, and we'll answer any question you can think of.
Cool.
That's cool.
Cool.
That's cool. Because that's probably a lot of questions, newcomers have, how to actually mow it once you have it on. So,
yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Olee, what are your thoughts since you made the switch or took the checkmate plunge?
I love mine. I run it on the turf tracer at the shop, and the big thing that I can tell you is, like, a lot of people a double pass.
Yep.
Get a stripe. You don't have to double pass. Just one cut, you got stripes. And it definitely, if you mow that direction, say 2 weeks in a row, it's going to be burnt in. You ain't got to worry about it. Stripes going nowhere, especially in some healthy fescue.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
I absolutely, I love it. Like I say, the only one downfall, which is not really bad, is just if you're backing up from two different surfaces, you have to pick it up or you have to turn around and just drive across. Other than that, it's no problem. It's perfect. It's got very good weight. They're built like a tank. They're built well. They're built to last. I see them on guys around here that mow commercially, and I think it's crazy because the outside two tires are slick. Slick. And then they've had them for, I don't know. I started my yard in 2015, and they had them a year or two after that, I would say. And they have put them through the ringer, and they're still right there. So they might need some new wheels eventually, because other than that, the frame is there and it's built to last. I know a lot of people ask me, is it built for commercial use? Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy, and if you get up into something like my Ferris, I don't know exactly how far center to center is on that kit. It's a 60-inch mower, but that son of a gun is heavy. It's got some grunt to it. So, but
yeah, if we can pull up that the diagram one more time to show them how the striper's built, we can kind of dive into the components and how it is commercial built.
Yeah, listen, even the one that I have, for my Honda HRX is heavy as hell.
Powder coated, zinc coated brackets.
The other one that
with the handle on it.
Gotcha. Hold on, I got a
Yeah, so
million things up.
we spared no expense when it comes to building these. So we're using 1/4 inch thick steel anywhere we can. So all the brackets are 1/4 inch thick steel. The axle is a solid steel. The channel going across is 12 gauge heavy duty steel, and then all of the wheels are solid injected rubber. So they're essentially run flat tires. So they're not hollow. They're not plastic. It's really, really heavy duty.
Yes.
Nice.
They are.
So is like a 20-inch mower, like is the weight proportional to like let's just say like a one you'd have for like a 42-inch? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Weight square.
Like
weight
it's not
per square
necessarily
inch.
it's not necessarily heavier per
Right.
I mean,
Right.
like as you get
Yeah,
bigger.
Per
Yeah.
inch.
So if you're
length.
looking at this photo, this one is made out of a 5-inch roller, and the 20 and 27-inch stripers are made with a 4-inch diameter roller. And that is to make it a little bit lighter and to put less strain on those small transmissions, as well as the channel that we use going across the top. We don't use the heavy duty gauge 12 gauge steel. We use 14 gauge steel on the smaller ones, just to kind of lighten the load a little bit.
Can you order a beefier one, or you guys don't even make it at all?
We kind of recommend against it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You
Just too
don't want
much.
to burn out your mower.
How heavy would that be?
Also
How heavy
makes
is
it
it?
cumbersome.
Do you know what the weight
Andy,
is on
do you
your?
know?
On the 20-inch roller?
Yeah.
Yeah, for our standard push mower, the weight is going to be it's right around like 19.5 pounds.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the one for my John Deere. I mean, that thing is heavy. And I was like, picked up the box, and I knew it was gonna be much heavier. And I picked up the box, I'm like, holy cow. And just even like trying to like get it centered and get everything going, I was like, God dang, this thing's a lot more heavier than my Time Master one.
Right.
But like really the only challenge.
Does it have more girth?
Yeah, it's I think
That
the
is
wheels
what she said.
are the wheels a different diameter?
5 versus 4 inches. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So you would have the.
I just didn't know about
inch
his. I didn't know about it
Yeah.
specifically.
Anything on the, it starts at our 30-inch roller, which is going to be for like smaller zero turns. Like they have the 34-inch Toro time cutter, for instance. That one's going to get our smallest. That's essentially our commercial roller. Once we get anything, zero turn and up, we call those our commercial versus our residential, which are just the push mower style units. So the 4-inch casters are going to be used on the smaller ones. The 5-inch casters are everything 30 inches and above.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And to that point, we also make the 5-inch rollers for commercial walk behinds, tractors. Am I missing a type of mower? So really, if you've got a standard residential push mower, it's going to have 4-inch wheels. If you have anything bigger, it's going to have the 5-inch wheels.
So that's what yours, Nate, has. Is a 30-inch. Or is it the 27?
Yeah,
So the Toro Time Master is a residential, so that would be 4-inch wheels.
Yep.
4-inch. Okay.
And that would be our 27-inch striper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then my John Deere's got they're bigger diameter. So
Gotcha.
I noticed that kind of right away. I was looking at them. I'm like, huh, it's bigger.
Yep.
But really, like for me, so I like, like when I put together the Time Master one, it was just straightforward, real quick. Easy setup. The only thing I ran into on my John Deere was I have like a bumper on the back of it. I don't know, Zach, if you have a picture of it. I think I sent one, but
Is it the Z300?
What'd you send it to?
I put it in our chat, but
I think I posted it to the KOTG account.
Yeah, you did. But and I think I know I was kind of working through Olee with you guys. I don't know if it was one of you guys, but we were kind of talking, trying to figure out like where to mount this thing to, and because that bumper shares some of the mounting holes for it. Well, then what I ran into is that actual bumper, the bracket that holds it. Like when you put the I don't know what you call them, the bracket on it, it wouldn't allow it to swing back. Because if once you got it in, yeah. So basically your bracket for the bumper, it would like the one, it wouldn't even get in there because it was hitting the side. Then on the other one, I could put it in there, but it wouldn't allow it to move.
Did we get that sorted?
Yeah, so it's that one. So this is the one. This is my setup here. So what I end up doing is No, I actually ran it. So the hole that it was supposed to go in was like the I think probably the one most underneath the seat. I had to go back a little bit, but then I actually had to use it on the inside versus the outside. Is how I had to mount it, because on the outside, like I said, it was basically hitting.
Okay.
So when I flipped it to the inside, I was able to make it work. But I will say,
So you just can't tow anything, though. You wouldn't be able to tow anything.
No, I mean I could still use that hitch right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that right there, because it does not stick out as far as people think. The picture, I think, is deceiving because it sits underneath the mower pretty good. I wanted it to sit like up underneath, like as close as possible. Like I didn't want it to stick out as far as the bumper, so I was trying to use like the closest pins to the wheelbase. But I mean, like I said, it was more on me. But I mean, I tried. Yes, laugh at this one because I tried every single hole I could possibly get that hole into.
That is what she said.
But yeah, I mean, I tried, and I mean, I think I spent 4 hours like just trying because I wanted it, like I said, I wanted it to be tucked up underneath.
Yeah.
But it at the end of the day, I was like, I had to do it this way. This is like the only way I could get it to go.
Hey, remember, he's challenged. Don't take it to heart. He is challenged.
No, it's because
I just want to know, how's it working so far for you?
Oh, great. Yeah, it's working great.
Do you have any, you were talking about a steep hill
Yeah.
in your yard?
Oh, God.
You're not getting any contact on the frame during that hill?
No, I don't mow. So like basically like when I turn around, I have to kind of go up the hill a little bit and turn. But no, there's like I said, the picture is deceiving. There's actually quite a bit of room between that frame and like where that hitch is. That's what me and Olee were talking about, that like, if it has to ride up, is it going to hit the frame or not? But no, not even close.
Nice.
Yeah, because in the picture it does look like it's very close to the bumper.
It does.
As long as you got room for it to float and you go through, dips and valleys and it doesn't bottom out, you're great.
Yeah.
But like I said, like when I turn around, I kind of go up the hill and make a quick turn and come back, a foot or so up the hill to turn around and then come back down for those nice straight laser beam stripes.
Nice.
But no, it's working great.
Will the quick connects work on that kind of mount? Does that mount work with the new quick connects as well?
So the new one is. Go ahead, Nate. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
All right. I was just going to say that the new quick connects are made specifically for push mowers. But we do on our website, we offer multiple different quick release options for 0 turns and other styles of mower as well. So we have just a universal side mount quick release, which is a big black triangular plate with a bunch of hole patterns in it that, we've found fits up to pretty much any mower. You might have to drill a hole or two just to be able to get it to fit. But that one is largely universal. Then we also have a clamp style, kind of like our push mower, but it's 2 pieces of steel. You use 2 bolts to clamp it together, and that one's designed for tubular framing. And that's going to be more like the residential style 0 turns that are built on that tubular framing. And then we just have our third option is just the lawn tractor quick release plate, which essentially just sits on the hitch plate on the back of lawn and garden tractors.
Now y'all have the pins also, don't you? Like they're almost like a 3-point hinge pin.
Yes.
Yeah. And you could take those and like make both of them point one direction, and you could take the stripe kit and slide across the pin and then put the locks back on it.
Correct.
And do something like that and be quick disconnect.
Definitely.
Right. And that's how they're kind of set up as is. Like the universal side mount quick release, that black triangular plate with a bunch of bolt holes. Those all of our quick release have those big, almost like Cat 1 stabilizer pins in there. And so, once you point them in the same direction, easy on and off.
Yeah. That way you don't have to unbolt none of the brackets. It just,
once you point them in the same direction.
Yep.
Guys, do you mind if we sidebar for just a second and get to a couple of these comments? I was just kind of scrolling through here. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
100%.
Wanted to answer some of these questions we had on here. Let's see, where was that one I was just looking at? First one for the Hawkeye Lawn Guy. With the new quick clamp disconnect feature, any interference with mower bags? No. that is my quick answer on that. We are not, granted, it hasn't been tested on every single machine out there, so I can't say with 100% certainty that you won't find one mower that it may interfere with a bagger. But the clamp is designed to essentially be wide enough to clear any bagger. I mean, the handlebars are wider than the bagger as it is. So I would not anticipate any interference with baggers, things like that.
Yeah. And the ones that we have tested have been perfect. We designed it to be low profile for that exact reason. So that was definitely one of the variables when it came to sitting down and designing it. So absolutely no impediment there. If we could go over the front lawn, we kind of covered it, but he's talked about, does it float? Does the striper float? And it is freely floating, to answer his question. And Zach, we actually have a video in the Dropbox that it's only 50 seconds long, but it shows
Got it.
It kind of floating up and down.
Was that my video?
That is your video.
Man, this is, there you go,
So
Nate.
right here-
Take lessons. Those are some straight stripes right
Yeah.
there.
So here you can really see it kind of floating up and down.
Yeah, I noticed like the
That's
setup on the
nice.
like on my John Deere, I can't like over tighten it, but on my Time Master, I can actually like tighten it to the point where it won't float. It'll almost be like so stiff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you absolutely can, but that's, you know, when it comes to the pivot bolts, the bolts that are actually attaching to the frame,
Yeah.
that locking collar with the little
Yep.
set screw, that isn't. It's a spacer, and it's a spacer designed to keep the pressure of the nut and the bolt off of the pivot arm.
Gotcha.
So that theoretically, if that's tightened down enough, you could tighten it as much as you'd like, and it would still be freely floating. But yeah, that you absolutely could tighten it all the way down to the point where it's less likely to move.
Because I'd done that on my Time Master. Like when I first got it, you know, of course my instinct is just, you know, you tighten it as much as you can. I'm like, holy shit, this thing doesn't move. And I, you know, before I knew, I mean, this was like back in like 2016, 17, somewhere in there. And like I was mowing, and I'm like, God dang, this doesn't seem right. And even like when I would turn, you know, I was kind of catching the edge because it was so stiff. And then I had taken it off and put it back on. And I'm like, oh, maybe I just won't tighten as much. And then, you know, you could kind of lift it up and just use the weight of it to sit down. And then I realized like, okay, that's way better. But like I said, when I put the Deere together, it never had the ability to do that. So
Right.
Next one, Zach, if you could highlight it for me. Josh LaFollette. What kind of rotation should you be on for direction of stripes to not overstress the grass every 2 weeks, 3 weeks? There we go, that one. And Olee kind of mentioned this too when he was talking earlier. You don't have to worry about you know, stressing the grass, because really you only need to mow it in the direction once. Like Olee said, you're going to get those stripes after you use it the one time. You know, sometimes we'll tell our customers, if you want a pattern to be more defined than another pattern, maybe hit that 1 to 2 weeks in a row if you want. But after that, you know, you can switch it up every single time you mow, and you're going to see that pattern. You know, if you're going east to west the first time and then you go north to south the next week, you're still going to see that east to west pattern, but now you've created the checkerboard going perpendicular with your north to south pattern. So you can switch it up, and that's healthier for the grass anyway as well.
And then
Let's do the wheel, because you guys are going to be giving a checkmate away. So the folks in the live chat, if you guys want to put in checkmate, I'll start working on a wheel. And you guys said it's hopefully nobody has a 72-inch mower, but whatever size your mower is, they'll match it up with that model of checkmate striper for you guys. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to work on the wheel, and maybe Brent can take it away from there.
Bill, last time you did a wheel, we were struggling on that anniversary.
No,
show.
dude, I did one last week and it worked out okay.
Did you?
Yeah, or maybe it was the week beforehand. All right.
Brent, what's this sound mean?
Well, this sound means that it's time for the KOTG Lawn of the Week. If you're not familiar with the KOTG Lawn of the Week, it is where we utilize our hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week, on an awesome photograph or reel of your lawn. Don't put it in your story because it'll disappear. We want to be able to see it. We look at all those submissions every week and we figure out amongst ourselves who we think has the most badass lawn on Instagram that week. The winner of the KOTG Lawn of the Week receives a bag of ProPete fertilizer, courtesy of ProPete, your choice of NPK or whatever's listed on the homedepot.com website. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And for the life of me, I honestly can't remember who won this week. So what do you guys estimate it?
Zach, do you have it?
I'm ready to get it up when you're ready.
Two-time winner. I know that.
Olee,
I
you
know
want
it's
to
a two-time winner, but I forgot. Exactly.
Olee, you want to announce the winner since it's it's an Artemis lawn?
Oh yeah. He's got it looking good.
Let him know.
What is it? Hook?
Hooked.
Hook?
So Hooked Outdoors. So look at the comparison to the neighbors.
Hey, and he used the big league.
Yes.
Let's go.
It's very nice. Very nice.
He's got a crazy lawn. I'll tell you what.
Man, he's got the big league lawns tagged.
Well done. Well done.
Heck, he's in Ohio too.
Hooked Outdoors. You know what to do. You've already been here, done that. Got a bag. Now you get another bag of fertilizer.
Man, that looks
Congratulations.
good. Good job, man. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a good looking lawn.
Mhm.
And I know he, like I said, look at that domination.
Crushing them.
What a better word.
Like I said, he had to recently renovate it. Used Artemis. I can't remember. I think, if I remember right, I think was it like they did utilities in his lawn or something like that, or he had something where they tore up his lawn, so he had to redo it.
No, he crushed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite reels.
Aeration. Congratulations.
Yep.
Good. Good looking lawn. Good looking stripes.
Absolutely.
Another one in the keep them straight category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so Nate, I know you didn't overseed, right? How's everybody else's looking on germination? When'd you get it down? Got
I
germination?
did my project
yet?
lawn.
Where
I
we at?
overseed. I did my project.
Oh, that's
lawn.
right. Yeah, tell us about that. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, so
How's it
we actually last Sunday? Like 2 Sundays ago is when I seeded and got everything done. I actually got the Sunjoe out and I put the Scarifier blade on there. Scarified the whole thing, seeded it, peat mossed it, sprinkler set up, all that good stuff. And it was funny, last Friday or whatever it was, he texted me, he's like, we got grass popping up and everything. So it's cool to see, like, he's excited as can be and whatnot. But now we got a ton of rain in the forecast actually. And so now we're trying to get like some fertilizer down and whatnot and trying to play that game, but it just seems to be raining all the time. So I don't want to like have the washouts and all that. So we're trying to time it, but we did get some tenacity down last week or no.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Over the weekend, got some tenacity down. So help the weeds and whatnot. Cause we're definitely gonna have some weeds, but so still got some work to do, but yeah, like I said, germinated within a week. It is a fescue lawn. So Olee will be happy about that.
Nice.
So,
That's a quick turnaround. Yeah.
Yeah. I said it was 5 days. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it comes in. We'll see how it pans out. I'm sure there's gonna be some spots that we'll have to touch up, and we'll probably do that in the spring. Probably just let it ride for the fall.
Yeah.
Told them we need to work on getting some nitrogen down, get some nutrients down. Want to hit it with some biostems and kind of push it as much as we can to get some strong roots, and then let her ride in the winter and hit her strong in the spring. That's my plan.
Does he have a big league stripe kit?
No. So actually, that's one thing.
Is he in the chat? Why not?
No, not tonight. I haven't seen him in the chat tonight. But that's one thing I got to talk to him about. We're gonna have to work on his. Got to upgrade his mower. So I might. I do have that Greenworks. I do have that Greenworks battery mower that I might be loaning him, so he can get that lawn mowed nice and good for this fall. But
speaking of lawn stripes, I got 36 names and a spinning wheel ready to go, all queued up.
All right.
If I can share my screen, you guys, let's see if we can give away a checkmate striper.
Let's do it.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
I know there's a lot of guys in the chat who do have stripe kits. I hope it's somebody who doesn't have a stripe kit at all. No hate on anybody whoever wins. I'm just saying.
Right.
It'd be really cool.
Oh, that
to
would
see
be cool.
who does not have
Definitely.
one.
Definitely.
Like, get a stripe kit in their hands and see what they come
Screen
up
here.
with.
Let's see. Let's just get as big as we can here. How's that, you guys? Not bad. All right. 36 names. Look at that. Look at that
Can't see it.
checkmate there just spinning. Oh, you guys can't see it?
No.
What?
Hey, Bill.
Hold on.
Well,
I
I'll
can't
get it.
see shit, Bill.
Should I stop sharing?
We stick it in. All right, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh, that looks sweet.
Nice.
It's the retro one.
I like
Okay. So you guys can see it now?
Yes, sir.
it. Yeah, man.
All right. I need to hit the button to shuffle. I didn't shuffle yet. Let me do that real quick. A little Brian shuffle here. 1, 2, 3. My slow computer. All right. Let's do it. Here we go.
All right.
We can take that.
All right.
Bird. Hey-o.
Nice.
Attaboy.
Right on. Right on.
Good
Day
deal.
one listener.
Yeah, man. Congrats,
Yeah.
brother.
Oh,
Good
that's
deal.
awesome.
Good deal.
Good on.
Hell yeah.
And we're back. Sweet.
So Nate and Andy, anything else that you think that we didn't hit on that you guys would like to talk about? I mean, you got anything new coming up besides the quick disconnect quick mounts for the walk behinds, or anything that we didn't touch on that you want to hit on?
Well, I mean, we spilled the quick release. I guess we can hint at the next project. But coming soon to Big League Lawns, we will be starting to offer an array of outdoor related products as well as our own. So it's going to be everything curated to essentially fit the dream backyard experience. So we're planning to offer grills, outdoor kitchens, outdoor lighting, anything we can kind of get our hands on. One product line that we are offering as of right now is the Cujo Yardwear apparel.
Oh, cool.
So we're partnering with them. We're offering all of their products, but now it's going to be Big League Lawns. We're trying to move into an outdoor, supply store essentially, and give our homeowners that are looking for, they're already here to buy the striping kits. They want that really nice backyard. Why not pair it with, a lot of nice high-end products that are going to last just as long as the striping kit and give you, satisfaction across the entire backyard.
So are you guys doing some kind of like internal research to kind of see, okay, how do we decide which one we want to kind of target first? Like, are you guys kind of being real picky with, okay, what do we want to focus on so we don't try to stretch ourselves too thin too quick?
Definitely. Yeah. And that perfectly speaks to the point I made earlier, is that, we focus very heavily on our customer service and the quality of our product. That's how we've made it so this far, and on just one product alone, and that the checkmate kind of speaks for itself. We want to offer products that are going to be in that same window and be lifetime products, or, a long-term product where these customers aren't going to have to worry about it, and they're still going to get the same great customer experience that we provide with the Checkmate, now with an array of different products.
Awesome.
That's a cool idea.
And we're not going to lose sight of the Checkmate either. We're going to continue to manufacture those, and nothing's going to change in regard to the lawn stripers.
Are you guys going to be announcing some of these new ventures at GIE this year, or the Equip Expo, I guess it's called now? Are you guys going to be there and having a booth too?
We will be there. We won't have a booth this year, but we'll be there walking around. We'll have a team in our big league gear. So if anybody, if you're there, you want to talk to us, ask us any questions, feel free. We love it. We just go there, have a good time, and we're excited to be there this year again.
Awesome. Right on.
See you there.
Yeah, we'll see you there for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Right on.
we'll be there. Might even be giving away some merch at some of these booths, right, Olee?
Yes.
Maybe.
Spiker. Tuesday, 1 p.m. So what will it be? Me, you, and Bill? Possibly
Yeah,
Zach?
man. Possibly Zach. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just be there.
Come on, man.
Just to be there.
Just be there.
I want to.
I wish I could go.
Saddle up and roll on.
Come on.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, this was a great show.
Here in Monroe, is that what he says?
So
Dude,
what?
I'm finding so many people that I'm so close to that I didn't know.
Mm.
He's in Monroe. That's like an hour for me.
Good. Y'all can all carpool to Equip
Yeah, there
Expo.
you go.
There you go.
Swing through on him.
Yes.
Yeah. Pick them up.
Come on
Come
down. We got a
on.
room. We got a room.
Julius, due to
Get
me
some
seeing,
big-
but I could probably ride my bike to Julius's house with what you just said. So that's pretty crazy.
Ride my bike to
Yeah.
LPZ's house. Speaking of
Oh,
which,
yeah. You need to.
I
man.
got like a whole bunch
Pop
of crap
over
I
there.
got to give him. We gotta link up this weekend, I think.
He's a fun guy.
All right, fellas.
All right, you guys. Let's call it a night, eh?
All right, gents.
For-
Well, Nate
for
and
sure.
Andy, thank you so much for coming on our little show and giving something away and telling us all about, the history of the company and what you guys have cooking. It's awesome seeing you grow, and you guys have a great product, and we really appreciate you coming on and with us.
Yeah, thanks for giving us the time. It was awesome to be here, and like you said, talk about it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is really great. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Hey, who do we got next week, Olee?
AMS soil
AMS.
probes. AMS soil probes.
All right.
So
All righty.
All right.
uh,
Let's get
sure there'll be a giveaway there also.
get
Y'all
it
two
moving.
stick around for a moment.
Go Hawks.
Oh yeah. Peace.
Peace.